readers, this is Mrs. Weidman, and today I'm going to tell you all about this awesome new science fiction book called Cold the Night, Fast the Wolves by Meg Long. This sci-fi book takes place deep in the future, deep in outer space, when humans have colonized multiple new planets and have kind of spread out across the galaxy. So this book takes place on a fringe planet called Tundar. And Tundar is really known for its ice and the vicious beasts that roam its wild splinter woods, right? The woods by themselves can kill you, but then you throw in ice goblins and bears and other really terrifying wild creatures, and you've got yourself a pretty harsh environment to live in. However, there is one thing that makes Tundar super famous every year, and that is the yearly sled race that occurs. And basically, what happens is a whole bunch of teams, most of them sponsored by these corporations or these big businesses that run the galaxy, put together teams of racers who are pulled by sled dogs across the frozen wasteland that is Tundar in order to get to this big, huge cache of exocarbon. And exocarbon is this super rare element, right, that kind of fuels a galaxy. So naturally, these corporations and racers can make a huge amount of money in just a few weeks, and all they have to do is survive the annual race, right? Sounds easy. So this particular book actually follows a girl, and her name is Cinna. And Cinna is a Tundar native, right? She was born and raised on Tundar. And she's actually the daughter of a famous racer and somebody called a scaver, who's kind of a native of Tundar, but who spends their lives living in the wilds and kind of trying to be free of the corporations. Right, and Cinna actually has a very unique set of gifts, right? Her mother's raised her to train the Volman wolves that pull the sleds, and also in how to survive the splinter woods and all of these crazy harsh environments of Tundar. However, because both of her mothers died competing in the annual race, Cinna wants nothing to do with it. And she kind of, in her grief, turns to a life of crime, of pickpocketing and thieving. And then one day she kind of finds herself in a load of trouble because she might have tried to double cross this local gangster, which is generally a bad idea. Right, and so Cinna actually is faced with two options, right? Does, right, she own up to her mistakes with this ruthless crime boss, or does she join one of the racing teams in an attempt to get to the exocarbon site and then hopefully buy her way off planet? Right, so this is the story of Cinna Tundar, a sled race, and an awesome sci-fi adventure story. If you're a fan of sci-fi or if you like survival stories, I would definitely recommend Cold the Night, Fast the Wolves by Meg Long. I look forward to seeing you all online soon.